Good afternoon and welcome to Witherspool for this Stones Bitter Championship game between Warrington and St Helens. The teams for this afternoon's game: Warrington at 1 Brian Johnson, 2 Des Drummond, 3 Joe Rapati, 4 Ronnie Dwayne, 5 Kevin Meadows, at 6 Paul Bishop, 7 making his Warrington debut Keith Holden, 8 Les Boyd, 9 Mark Roskell, 10 Bob Jackson, 11 Tony Humphreys, 12 Mark Roberts and 13 Mike Gregory. Substitutes for Warrington: 14 Bob Eccles, 15 Kevin Tamati. St Helens side at 1 Phil Vevers, 2 Dennis Litherland, at 3 Paul Loughlin, 4 Mark Elia, at 5 Kevin McCormick, 6 Chris Arkwright, 7 Brett Clark, 8 Tony Burke, at 9 Graham Liptrot, 10 John Fieldhouse, 11 Andy Platt, 12 Paul Forber and 13 Bernard Dwyer. Substitutes for St Helens are Brian Parks and Sean Allen. The referee for this afternoon's game, Mr Kevin Allett from Southport. His judges Mr Norbury and Mr Ollerton. So the rain been coming down now for about the last hour at Witherspool. It's made the ground very wet and soggy indeed. The 4th meeting of the teams this season. St Helens have the advantage 2-1 with the league victory at Knowsley Road and the Lancashire Cup match, both to their credit, while Warrington were in the John Player Special quarter-final. All those games being at Knowsley Road. So the 2 captains will go up to toss the coin: Warrington and Les Boyd, and St Helens Chris Arkwright playing at standoff this afternoon instead of his usual loose forward position. And the teams will stay as they are. So Warrington will be playing from left to right in this first half as we look. In the white shirts with the primrose and blue V. St Helens in their chain shirts of light blue with the dark blue V. It'll be Warrington who'll get the game underway in the shape of Paul Bishop. Real crunch game as far as the championship's concerned. I think both may have conceded the championship to Wigan, but there's still second place to be fought out, and it really is between Warrington and St Helens for that position. So it'll be Paul Bishop who gets this Stones Bitter Championship game underway. A deep kick, and it's safely taken by Paul Loughlin. He moves forward, runs straight into Mark Roberts, Keith Holden, and Paul Bishop comes in with Les Boyd to finish the tackle. Liptrot acting halfback. On to John Fieldhouse. Fieldhouse well caught by Holden. Roy Dwayne also in there. Once again it's Liptrot. Sends it back to Loughlin, who kicks downfield, a high one. Brian Johnson comes for it, lets it bounce. Bounces awkwardly for him. Takes it safely. Brian Johnson then moves forward. He's caught on the halfway line by Paul Loughlin. Kevin Meadows from the acting halfback position, he goes himself, charges forward, makes good ground before he's stopped by Liptrot. Roskell to Keith Holden. Holden switches it back, charging forwards Bob Jackson. Roskell once more, this time it's Boyd driving in, turns in the tackle, but the ball's smothered and he can't get it away. Roskell once more, Holden to Bishop, Bishop a little kick. It's a good one, it's bouncing to the corner. Phil Vevers, and he lets it go dead. So St Helens with a tap from their own 25, which they attempt to take quickly, and they do. And that is a free kick to St Helens. High tackle by Les Boyd on number 2 Dennis Litherland. So Paul Loughlin with the penalty for St Helens. Ball goes safe into touch on this near side. So Graham Liptrot comes up to take the second part of the penalty. A couple of yards inside his own half, he taps it. First receiver's Tony Burke, he drives in. Crunching tackle by Les Boyd, assisted by Tony Humphreys. Liptrot once more on this blind side. And another penalty. two in quick succession. Goes the way of St Helens. And that once again brings over Paul Loughlin to put for touch. And once again, right-footed, sets St Helens up on the first real attack of the game. 10 yards inside of the Warrington 25. Once again, it's Graham Liptrot who'll take the tap. It's John Fieldhouse this time who'll come on the drive. First receiver, back it goes to McCormack. This time it's Liptrot. Brett Clark can't take it. Mike Gregory dives on it. That's a little bit too over-elaborate there, St Helens. Roskell onto Tony Humphreys. The referee doesn't notice St Helens offside this time. St Helens lie on the tackle as Mark Roskell plays it on this blind side. Bob Jackson. The ball goes loose. John Fieldhouse runs back, sends it on to Phil Vevers. Vevers now moves forward, still Vevers, good tackle from Holden. Gets it out though to McCormack, good cover tackle from Des Drummond. And that results in the scrum down, the first of the game. And Keith Holden comes round, signed from Wigan in midweek. As the referee not happy with these scrums at the moment. Send them the full yardage, the ball goes in, Holden dives on it. Brett Clark quick to dive on him, but Warrington in possession. It's on to Des Drummond. Drummond now, not the ideal conditions for wingers this afternoon, very soft underfoot. Makes it hard for the side step as it's on to Mike Gregory. Gregory drives forward, he's stopped by Platt and Dwyer. Roskell to Mark Roberts back in the first team after injury. And the crowd not happy over on that far side as Chris Arkwright appeared to go in the tackle with the elbow as Paul Bishop, a high kick downfield, testing Vevers. And Vevers juggles it, goes behind him though. Joe Reparty's driving up there. Kevin McCormack. Still McCormack going across field. Good tackle by Mark Roskell. Good tackle there from Roskell. St Helens then 10 yards inside their own 25. Burke trying to drive out, but there's 3 Warrington players there. A real derby atmosphere at the moment. And the linesman's on. Well, the linesman didn't bother to come on when Chris Arkwright went down with the elbow, but as soon as he sees something he wants to see, he's on. Just a note of interest that Kevin Allett is the chairman of the St Helens Referee Society, which was an interesting decision to put him in charge of this game, but the way the league acts sometimes. So Graham Liptrot take the second part of the penalty. He'll tap it, first receiver will be John Fieldhouse, he'll drive forward. Good tackle from Bob Jackson, he throws it back to Liptrot, on to Clark, to Arkwright. Arkwright, good tackle from Mark Roberts. Some tough tackling coming on in these opening minutes and Warrington pushing Arkwright back. Liptrot, and slipping is Paul Forbot, gets back up, surely he was tackled. Liptrot sends it back, Paul Loughlin has to kick once more, straight down the field. It's a good kick though, and Brian Johnson will go back deep inside his own half. He's forced to pick it up. Brian Johnson then goes across field, caught by Bernard Dwyer. Des Drummond goes on this near side, drives forward, Des Drummond nearly got away there from Mark Elliott, just caught him by the fingertips. This time it's Bob Jackson, he drives forward on this near side, being pushed into touch but just stays in. Tony Humphreys juggled with it, the ball goes loose, manages to regain it, and 6 more tackles. Roskell onto Paul Bishop, Bishop brings in Boyd, Boyd slip past to Mike Gregory. He was well pleased by Arkwright, but that's a penalty to Warrington. It's about time the referee saw something. Gives Warrington the penalty, which Paul Bishop will take. He makes sure and puts it safely in on this near side. Well, Warrington triumphed in the corresponding fixture last season in a very, well, It wasn't very exciting, bit of a drab game, but the way this game started, she'll be in for some fireworks. Mark Roskell has it to Bob Jackson, looking for a gap. Makes it to the halfway line before he's stopped. Mark Roskell this time on this near side to Bishop, brings in Mark Roberts. Roberts beats Elia, cuts inside Fieldhouse, sends it on to Drummond. Drummond now, has he got the pace? He's going for the corner. It's there! There's Drummond opening points. Great try. He left McCormack for dead. First points, a Des Drummond try. It was a great break from Mark Roberts. He went past Elia as if he wasn't there. He brushed aside Fieldhouse. He got the ball to Drummond. He left McCormack for dead on this near side and goes over for the first points for Warrington. A try from Des Drummond. So, Paul Bishop with the conversion attempt on this near side to try and convert Des Drummond's try. Bishop then comes up, he strikes it well, great kick from Paul Bishop, 6-0, and a penalty for an off the ball incident which the linesman came on for after the try was scored. It was Mark Roberts, when he let that pass go, received a late tackle. And that means another penalty in front of the post, which is an 8-pointer. As Mark Roberts let that pass go, it was hit off the ball, which the linesman saw on this near side. Reported to Mr. Allett, which results in another penalty, which Paul Bishop, right in front of the post, comes up. And it's 8-0. Great start for Warrington. Warrington 8 points, St Helens 0. A try from Des Drummond, 2 goals from Paul Bishop. Lachlan then restarts. Deep kick. Drummond takes it safely. The crowd electric every time he touches the ball. He drives in. Good driving run from Des Drummond, clears his lines well, makes it to his own 25. Here's Tony Humphreys. Roskell to Holden. Holden switches it back to Boyd. Boyd driving forward. Caught by Fieldhouse and Forbot. Kit will come in here from Paul Bishop. Under pressure from Fieldhouse. A good kick though, cross field. Testing Litherland. He takes it safely. Charges in. Penalty to St Helens. Warrington not the full 5 yards away. Paul Lachlan then to put for touch over on that far side, right footed. Good kick from Lachlan. Once again it's lip trots. Tony Burt this time. He drives in, crunching tackle there from Boyd. Berkey felt that one. And he forces him to lose the ball. Warrington back in possession. Mark Roskell sends it on to Bob Jackson. Jackson head down, driving forward once more. Injury there to Tony Humphreys. Roskell once again goes blindside to Mike Gregory. The crowd over that far side not happy again. The linesman once again doesn't want to know. This time it's Holden on to Paul Bishop. Misses out Roberts, brings in Ronnie Dwayne. St Helens' cover was quickly up. Roskell once more to Bishop. Bishop kicks downfield, it's a good one. McCormack hadn't come back, and that's a good kick from Paul Bishop. Just over 10 minutes gone. Warrington 8, St Helens 0. A try from Des Drummond and 2 Paul Bishop goals. As the scrum collapses, but the ball still comes out. Phil Vevers. But a good tackle from Johnson, Rapati and Mike Gregory. Stop Phil Vevers and they push him back. Elliott goes himself. Looks for a gap and finds it. Good tackle there from Paul Bishop. Great tackle. This time it's Artwright, goes himself. Looking for a gap. Good tackle from Roskell, assisted by Mark Roberts. Liptrot once more. But Nothing doing for Bernard Dwyer. Goes on to Brett Clark. He's got nobody on his left hand side, has to go himself, and he's going backwards, and Mark Roskell's in there with Boyd. St Helens a little bit disorganised there, sent it left when nobody was on the left hand side. Sixth tackle then goes back to Paul Loughlin. He kicks downfield, it's a good one. And that's a couple of bounces into touch for a scrum down. So Keith Holden puts the ball in and is penalised for feeding, which gives St Helens the penalty, 10 yards outside the Warrington 25, which is a chance then to put the Warrington line under pressure, and Paul Loughlin will get a few more extra yards. So once again St Helens can launch an attack just inside the 25. It's John Fieldhouse. Good tackle from Humphreys and Jackson. But St Helens still in a good attacking position. Liptrot looking for a gap. Good tackle from Boyd on Platt. Assisted by Kevin Meadows as Platt looks to go through the gap. Goes on to Liptrot. Out to Artwright. Artwright to Forber. Forber trying to charge through. Good tackle from Dwayne and Holden. Assisted by Mike Gregory. Brett Clark run around with Artwright. Artwright onto Dwyer. Dwyer. Good play from Joe Rapati. That was looked like a try, but Joe Rapati punched the ball away. And it rolled into touch for a scrum down. So, an important scrum. St Helens have head and ball. The ball goes in. St Helens in possession. Brett Clark and offside. Gives St Helens the penalty. Which St Helens decide to tap. It goes on to Artwright. Dwyer looking to go himself. He's still going. Good tackle comes in there from Bob Jackson. But once again, St Helens now have 5 tackles, 10 yards from the Warrington line. Paid that Dwyer knocked on. Referee waves play on Fieldhouse. Thought about to pass, and he does. Good tackle from Boyd there on Forber as he found the gap. Assisted by Des Drummond and Mark Roskell. Clark. Liptrot sends it out to Platt. Platt drives forward. Ran straight into the face of Bishop with his elbows. Warrington though still defending well. Clark, this space now for Elia, juggles with it, still going. Good tackling though coming in there. Keith Holden, good tackle there on Mark Elliott. Loughlin goes blindside, his winger was out of position. Could have been a try there if Litherland had been on his wing position. 6th tackle there for St Helens. Clark, a little chip through. It runs out, it's a long pass, it's acres of space here now for St Helens. Artwright tries to go himself, still Chris Artwright. He's stopped by Boyd and Johnson. Well, Warrington has survived 12 tackles and kept the line intact, but now St Helens have got another 6, 5 yards from the Warrington line. Boyd tries to pinch the ball, great play from Boyd. St Helens there really missed another opportunity. They had 12 tackles then on the Warrington line, they had another 6. But they couldn't take advantage of them. Warrington back in possession, Roskell onto Bob Jackson. Jackson trying to clear his lines. He's stopped by Andy Platt and John Fieldhouse. Roskell once more on this near side, Mike Gregory. He drives out of his own 25. Roskell once more to Tony Humphreys. Humphreys, he clears his 25. 6th tackle then for Warrington. Mark Roskell and a penalty over on that far side against Joe Rapati. Well, I've never seen a decision like that before, because the ball hadn't even been kicked, so I don't know how he could have been offside. Well, first time I've ever seen a decision like that. Referee just ran over, gave a free kick to St Helens, didn't give any signal what he'd give it for. Because certainly Paul Bishop had not kicked the ball, but as it is, Paul Loughlin has a chance to pull 2 points back for St Helens. Be interesting to see what the penalty count is so far. Must be 2-1 in favour of St Helens, at least. So Paul Loughlin, leading goal scorer in the goal kicking charts, has a chance to open St Helens' account. He comes up, and he puts it safely over. So Warrington 8, St Helens 2, after a free kick was given for some obscure reason. Bishop then restarts, puts it to the corner. Dennis Litherland lets it bounce but takes it safely. Litherland then goes across field, and he's easily caught by Mark Roberts and Mark Roskell. Graham Liptrot once more, on to Tony Burke. He's well caught by Mike Gregory and Keith Holden. Liptrot once more to Dwyer, brings in Fieldhouse. Space now here for Elliot, and he drops the ball thanks to a crunching tackle from Drummond and Dwayne. Elliot didn't know what hit him, and Warrington back in possession. Roskell to Holden, Bishop, cross the line to Mike Gregory. Gregory straightens up, turns back to Johnson. Johnson, and it's picked up by Ronnie Dwayne, it looks like. And there's a fight now, Mike Gregory in there with Chris Arkwright, exchanging punches. And that means Kevin Allett will reach for his notebook, and the names of Mike Gregory and Chris Arkwright look like going in. So stern lecture for both Mike Gregory and Chris Arkwright. And there's an argument then between Graham Liptrot and Ronnie Dwayne, but the penalty goes the way of Warrington. Chris Arkwright not allowing Mike Gregory to be released. And Paul Bishop then with the ball in his hands. He will go for touch and doesn't reach it. Ball goes dead. And a drop out from the St Helens 25. So Phil Vivers will take it from his own 25. Drops out on a very long kick. Brian Johnson takes it safely. Brian Johnson then moving forward quickly onto Meadows. Meadows drives in. Andy Platt followed in after the tackle. Here's Dwayne. Dwayne moves in, caught by Dwyer and Platt once more. Keith Holden. And the ball's intercepted by Elliot, and Elliot will score. Interception by Mark Elliot. And that's 8-6. And halfway through the first half, St Helens put their first try on the board. An interception from Mark Elliot. So Paul Locklear's chance to tie the scores. Comes up and safely through. We're all level at 8-all. So 20 minutes gone of the first half. It's Warrington 8, St Helens 8. And Paul Bishop restarts. And Paul Loughlin takes it safely. He moves forward. And he's immediately caught by Mark Roberts and Mark Roskell. Liptrot to Dwyer. Shouting on to Burke. Liptrot once more on this near side space for Arkwright, looking to go himself. Caught by Boyd and Rapati. Elia once more, Liptrot, Dwyer, good tackle comes in from Tony Humphreys, spotted it well. Brett Clark to Liptrot, long floated pass, Forbot. Sixth tackle then for St Helens, just outside their own 25. Goes back to Lachlan. Lachlan gives a dummy, switches it to Vivers. Vivers kicks downfield. St Helens were obviously offside there, so why didn't he give a free kick then? So, Brian Johnson then. Des Drummond goes himself on this near side, looks for a gap, beats one man, drives into the St Helens half of the field before he's stopped by Fieldhouse and Burke. Roskell to Holden. Mark Roberts driving forward. Paul Bishop, the good chip kick, it's a good one, and that will beat Litherland and bounce into touch just inside the 25 for a scrum down. So, Brett Clark goes round to put the ball in as the front rows meet once more. Ball's battling for some premises. St Helens in possession. Right. Good tackle from Brian Johnson and Keith Holden, assisted by Mike Gregory. Dwyer onto John Fieldhouse. He sets it back to Burke. Ronnie Dwayne was quickly up with Holden. Brett Clark once more to Liptrot. Andy Platt looking for a gap. Good tackle from Les Boyd and Bob Jackson. Liptrot once more. Clark, right, trying to go himself and drops the ball. Manages to kick it back, and that will be a knock on and a scrum down. Just outside the St Helens 25. Holden puts the ball in. Bishop switches it with Dwayne. Dwayne charging in, and the ball goes loose. And it's picked up by McCormack. He's quickly pounced upon by Johnston and Rapati. Phil Vivers gives a dummy. Good tackle from Mark Roskell. And a penalty then given to St Helens, which brings over Paul Lachlan. He puts the ball safely into touch on this near side. Liptrot then taps it to John Fieldhouse. He's well caught by Bob Jackson and Mark Roskell. Liptrot, knock on, yes, referee saw it. And Warrington in possession. Holden onto Bishop, brings in Rapati, driving forward. Caught by Vivers. Paul Bishop sends it out to Mike Gregory. Gregory runs straight. Holden once more, sends it on to Mark Roberts. Mark Roskell once more onto Holden. To Bishop, this space on this near side, and the ball goes behind. Roy Dwayne was obstructed as Blackcart moves forward. And St Helens back in the attack midway inside the 25. Liptrot to Fieldhouse, return with Liptrot, shorten on to Dwyer. Gets the ball loose, and finally Les Boyd has it. Des Drummond on this near side. Roskell to Humphreys. Roskell once more to Bob Jackson. Roskell goes himself, surely Burt was offside. The referee didn't even bother to look, no wonder this referee's head of the St Helens committee. What a stupid decision. Utterly unbelievable. It was obvious Burt was offside. Roskell was trying to play the ball, trying to push his man off, and so he gives the penalty to St Helens. Well, the Oldham chairman had something to argue about when Mr Allett refereed the cup tie between St Helens and Oldham. But Mr. Alec came in for some criticism of the refereeing of that game. Well, he's not endearing himself with the Warrington fans at the moment, as Paul Loughlin has the chance to put St Helens in the lead for the first time. Comes up and safely through from Paul Loughlin, thanks to the referee, one may add. Bishop restarts, it's a deep one. Bounces over the head of Vivers and Lidland. Lidland must be a knock-on. It must be a knock-on, as the referee decided, yes. So a drop out with their own posts for St Helens. Warrington 8, St Helens 10. And about 10 minutes to go in this first half. Vivers then along the floor. Paul Bishop traps it with his foot, hands it up. How could that be a knock-on? Well, referee gives a knock-on when Paul Bishop trapped it with his foot, picked it up. The ball goes into the second row. Finally, the referee decides to give something in the way of Warrington. Paul Bishop then with the kick for touch. He makes no mistake this time, sets Warrington up on the attack. Des Drummond will take it. He taps it himself, he moves forward. Caught by Burke. And a little skirmish in the tackle. St Helens will line the tackle. That time referee doesn't do anything. Bob Jackson driving in head first. Makes good ground closer to the St Helens line. Roskell this time. This time it'll be Tony Humphries driving forward. The ball goes loose. Surely that was a knock-on, but St Helens back in possession. Vivers. Artwright. Liptrot onto John Fieldhouse. On the near side, don't think Dwyer was expecting it. And the ball's loose and Mark Roberts dives on it for Warrington. Warrington then back in possession. Roskell sends it out to Bob Jackson. Jackson straightens up, looking for a gap himself, driving forward. Warrington then midway inside the St Helens 25. Mark Roskell onto Keith Holden. Holden switches it back to Boyd. Boyd throws the ball out. Mike Gregory has to go back for it. He stops, tries to beat his man, and he's caught on the 25. Roskell to Holden. Short one to Roberts. Roskell once more. Boyd. The ball goes loose, picked up, thrown out to Drummond. Drummond, McCormack hanging on, but Drummond, and the ball goes loose. Still loose, McCormack has it. But a knock-on, says the referee, and a scrum down. So Keith Holden comes round, puts the ball in. Warrington in possession. Bishop, Rapati. Bishop looking for a gap himself, and the ball goes loose, picked up by Brett Clark. Clark now, he was caught. Brett Clark makes the most of it. Referee stops the clock. Well, Brett Clark certainly making the most of that one. Linesman's coming on. Well, the referee was right on the spot. The referee says that he saw it and it wasn't deliberate. And Brett Clark, thanks to the wonders of medical science, decides to get back to his feet. Liptrot onto Burke. He's dumped to the floor. Liptrot out to Artwright. Artwright sends it out to Forber. He was just tipped by Bishop. Liptrot once more to Brett Clark. Fieldhouse. looking for a gap himself, releases Elio. Elio now charging forward, still Mark Elio. He's still going. Good tackle from Paul Bishop. Great tackle, surely he was tackled. Yes, and he was. But a great cover tackle there from Paul Bishop. He must have run fully 30 yards from across the other side of the field, then did Bishop, and timed his tackle to perfection. Good cover tackle there from Paul Bishop. So, closing stages, closing 5 minutes of the first half. It's Warrington 8, St Helens 10. Les Boyd drives to the halfway line before he's stopped by 3 St Helens defenders. Roscoe onto Bob Jackson. Roscoe once more. Bishop, don't think he was expecting it. And that's a scrum down. And a penalty immediately given to St Helens, which is a natural occurrence at the moment. And once again, Paul Loughlin puts the ball safely into touch to set St Helens up on the attack. John Fieldhouse switches it back to Tony Burke. Burke was caught by Boyd and Roscoe. Liptrot goes himself, switches it onto Fieldhouse, space for McCormack, and he can't take it. Roscoe, good driving run there from Mark Roscoe. Cleared his lines well after McCormack there had the line at his mercy. Des Drummond clears his 25 before he's stopped by Arkwright, who got to be miles offside. Roscoe sends it on to Humphreys. Humphreys trying to drive forward. Gets past the knees of Platt before he's brought down. Bob Jackson lost his headband but still drives forward. Takes 3 St Helens players with him. Roscoe sends it back to Paul Bishop. Why didn't he penalise Warrington then when players were in front? Deep kick, Lidland takes it safely. And he's easily caught by Meadows over on that far side. Closing minutes of the first half. Paul Loughlin going across field, straightens up. Loughlin still going. Liptrot, Arkwright to John Fieldhouse, switches it back. Dwyer. He was well caught once again by Mark Roscoe. Clark out to Liptrot. Long pass there. Good tackle though comes in from Dwayne, and Tony Humphreys on Forbot. Liptrot sends it on to Clark. Clark a long floated pass to Elio. Elio space for McCormack. McCormack now faced by Drummond, and Drummond takes him. 6 tackle then for St Helens. Fieldhouse kicks across field into space. Brian Johnson, it's bouncing awkwardly, but he takes it safely. Brian Johnson now moves forward, knocks off one man, finally caught over on that far side by Brett Clark. Kevin Meadows goes himself from to play the ball, moves forward. He drives in, makes good ground. Roscoe to Boyd. Boyd driving forward, knocks off Arkwright, out to Holden. Holden gives a dummy, nice play here from Holden. Good play from Holden, swings it out to Bishop. Was he obstructed? Surely he was. The referee just doesn't want to know at all. Well, Paul Bishop was being held back as he went for that ball after a beautiful break from Holden. Gives St Helens possession with Andy Platt. Closing minutes. 2 points between the teams, 10-8 in favour of St Helens. Arkwright looking for a gap himself. He's stopped by Mike Gregory and Tony Humphreys. As players now begin to be coaxed in mud. Brett Clark on to Fieldhouse, to Vivers, nice play on to Elio, out to McCormack. McCormack now looking for space. Good tackle from Drummond and Boyd, and they push him into touch. And that results in a scrum down, 10 yards inside the Warrington half of the field. Scrum collapses before Holden could put the ball in. And it goes once more, Warrington in possession. Bishop, and a fist there by Dwyer. Surely the referee and he doesn't even bother to talk to him. A blatant fish right in front of him. Should at least merited a booking, but referee just bothers to give the free kick. Bishop then puts the ball safely into touch. This may be the last attack of the first half. Mark Roskell will take the tap just inside the 25 of St Helens. Roskell takes it onto Bob Jackson. Jackson head down, drives forward. He's stopped by the two props, Fieldhouse and Burke. Roskell this time onto Mike Gregory. Gregory driving in. Warrington there about 10 yards from the St Helens line. Closing seconds of the first half. Roskell onto Holden. Holden to Roberts. He's stopped by Platt and Liptrot. Roskell, Holden, looking to go himself, but just slips. Roskell once more, Bishop switches it back to Boyd. Boyd driving forward now, the ball goes loose as he tries to get it through to Holden. It bounces dead for a tap from the 25 for St Helens. Liptrop takes it on to Tony Burke. Burke runs into Bob Jackson and Mike Gregory. And he doesn't play the ball correctly. And that is a scrum down. So the rain still coming down. Not stopped since the kick-off as the ball comes out to St Helens. And Brett Clark dives on it quickly. On him was Keith Holden. Chris Artwright. Dwyer this time, short one to Forbot. Good tackle again from Paul Bishop round the legs. Mark Roberts round the top. Brett Clark onto Liptrot to Fieldhouse. Throws one out, releases Platt. Good tackle from Roskell and Jackson and Keith Holden. Fieldhouse, Vevers, Lachlan, Littleland now driving forward. Good tackle from Kevin Meadows. Caught him, forced Littleland into touch for another scrum down. Ball goes in, Warrington in possession. Bishop brings in Meadows. He was caught by Vevers. This time it's Ronnie Dwayne, goes himself. Hands off Lachlan, hands off Burke, driving forward. Good driving run there from Dwayne. Knocked off two men before he's brought down by Fieldhouse. And the knocked down by Clark. It's knocked back by Roskell, picked up by Humphreys. Humphreys moves forward. 6 more tackles then for Warrington. Roskell to Bishop. Holden, short one to Roberts. Not gets away from one tackle. Back to Holden, skips out of one tackle. Holden now moves forward, switches it on to Gregory, juggles with it. And Vevers just managed to take it for St Helens. McCormack, quickly tackled by Roskell and Boyd. And there goes the half-time hooter. Half-time score, Warrington 8, Kevin Ellett 10. Warrington 8, St Helens 10. Warrington points, a try from Des Drummond, 2 goals from Paul Bishop. St Helens a try from Elia, 3 goals from Lachlan. Half-time, Warrington 8, St Helens 10. So the teams return for the second half. Warrington 8, St Helens 10, a half-time score. Don't notice any changes on either side at half-time, so it's the same 13 that finished the first on either side. A few changes of shirts on the St Helens side. So Paul Lachlan restarts and gets the second half underway with a deep kick. Trapped by Mike Gregory's knees and he picks it up safely. Mike Gregory moves forward. Roskell on to Bob Jackson. He drives out of his own 25 before he's stopped by Paul Forbott. Roskell once more. Holden, short one to Boyd. Boyd turns back to Holden. Holden looks for a gap himself, caught by Dwyer. The rain still sheeting down here. Paul Bishop swings one out to Roberts. Roskell out to Mike Gregory. Gregory decides to kick downfield, a high one. Testing Vevers, but Vevers takes it safely. Vevers gives a dummy. Good tackle though from Mark Roberts. And then further scare about 5 yards through the mud. Goes on to Tony Burke. He runs into Boyd. And they push him back with the assistance of Rapati and Bob Jackson. Goes left with Forbott. Good tackle from Roskell, assisted by Roberts. Liptrot sends it back to Tony Burke. He charges in. Good tackle from Joe Rapati, assisted by Les Boyd. Liptrot once more, out to Clark. Clark brings in Platt. Good tackle from Humphreys, then Mike Gregory had him. 6 tackle there for St Helens. And conditions getting worse out there, making it very difficult for open play. Liptrot kicks downfield, it's a good kick from Liptrot. Bounces a couple of times and skids out for a scrum down. So Keith Holden to put the ball in. Warrington have head and ball, and it goes. Warrington in possession. Holden drives out and caught by Bernard Dwyer. Bishop onto Mike Gregory. Gregory meets Chris Arkwright, but he clears his 25. Roskell this time onto Mark Roberts, and the ball squirms out of his hands. The ball was then knocked on, but the referee didn't see it, so has it. He asked the linesman, and the linesman says he did. And that's another scrum down just inside the Warrington 25. Clark puts the ball in, considering St Helens knocked on. I don't know how that was the decision. And Vevers looks for a gap and finds it, and Vevers will score. Good try from Phil Vevers. He found the gap and Vevers scores to the right of the post. Good start for St Helens for the second half. Well, St Helens knocked the ball on earlier on the scrum, which St Helens had put the ball in. And from the scrum, Vevers found a gap and scored, which should have been Warrington's put in as St Helens knocked on. So Paul Loughlin, 3 goals so far. This should be his 4th, an easy kick as he comes up and straight through. Warrington 8, St Helens 16. So Paul Bishop restarts. Safely taken, and a kick will come in straight away from Mark Elliott. Well, Warrington were penalised for being offside earlier on. Every St Helens player was offside there, but the referee lets play go on. And Brian Johnson's caught by Brett Clark. Kevin Meadows onto Ronnie Dwayne. Dwayne's pushed back by Plattenberg. Roskell, Holden gives a dummy, gets away from one tackle, looking for a gap. Caught by Paul Forbott. Roskell to Bishop, brings in Roberts, looking for a gap on the centre and finds it. But high tackle on Mark Roberts gives Warrington the penalty. Paul Bishop then, left-footed, puts the ball safely into touch over on that far side. Roscoe will take it, it's Boyd who'll come on the charge. First receiver drives in, gets the ball away to Gregory and the ball's dropped. St Helens back in possession. McCormack throws the ball to Dwyer. Dwyer still going, quickly pounced upon. Warrington now trying to get behind them as Tony Burt drives in. Good tackle from Tony Humphreys. Clark gives a dummy. Still going. Quickly caught, gets the ball away. Space here for Burke. Burke now moving forward. Good tackle from Keith Holden. Lip dropped. Dwyer, right. Forward pass as it comes on to Litherland. Good tackle from Kevin Meadows. And a substitution being made by St Helens. Graham Liptrot being replaced. His knee very heavily bandaged, and he will be replaced. And then now St Helens changed their mind. Little bit of time wasting on the part of St Helens. Scrum collapses. Keith Holden once again prepares to put the ball in. His Graham Liptrot has trouble getting into the scrum. And the ball goes in, good hook from Roscoe. It's out to Bishop, Bishop switches it to Johnson. Johnson's found the gap now, Johnson's away, will he get there? He's powering forward, still Brian Johnson, he's still going. Throws the ball out to Joe Rapata. Will he score? What a try from Joe Rapata. The length of the field virtually from just inside their own half. A great try, finished off by Joe Rapata. And Rapata goes over for his 15th try of the season. Beautifully made by Brian Johnson. After that nice little run-around move between Bishop and Dwayne. Dwayne was the dummy. Johnson flew through the gap. Just caught by McCormack, but he had both Rapati and Drummond on his right. And it was Rapati who went over, sliding over for Warrington's second try. Brings Warrington right back into it. As Warrington warm up a substitute, looks like Kevin Tamati, as Paul Bishop has this conversion attempt. Comes up, strikes it well, but just fades across the front of the posts. So Warrington 12, St Helens 16. And now St Helens will make the substitution. Graham Liptrot will be played to leave. And Graham Liptrot replaced by Sean Allen. So Paul Loughlin restarts. High kick, Des Drummond's there, takes it safely. And Des Drummond then will move forward. Drives in, clears his lines well. So once again, still anybody's match. As a good driving run comes in from Bob Jackson. Roscoe this time to Holden, shorten on to Humphreys. Roscoe, Les Boyd drives forward. Roscoe out to Bishop. Bishop kicks downfield. Litherland takes it safely. Dennis Litherland then. No trouble for Ronnie Dwayne and Kevin Meadows. So midway inside their own half, St Helens back in possession. Loughlin gives a dummy. Caught by Roscoe once more, assisted by Dwayne and Mike Gregory. Dwyer out to Clark. Fieldhouse, Clark once more. Platt. Good tackle from Mark Roberts, assisted by Joe Rapati. Dwyer once more. Switched it back to Clark. Long one to Allen. First touch, Sean Allen. And He's dumped to the floor. Dwyer sends it on to Forber. Forber driving in. 6 tackle then for St Helens, still 10 yards inside their own half. Goes back, and the ball's dropped. And that's a knock-on and a scrum down. Lachlan being put under pressure there from Mike Gregory, just took his eye off the ball. More concerned about the man. And the man putting him under pressure was Mike Gregory. So a scrum down just outside the 25 of St Helens. Keith Holding will put the ball in. Warrington in possession. Holden to Bishop. Bishop switches down to Rapati. Rapati driving forward once more. Another good strong driving run from Joe Rapati. Sets Warrington up on the attack just outside the 25. Holden, Bishop, Mike Gregory. He's caught though by Andy Platt. Bishop to Holden. Holden moves forward. Switches it back to Boyd. Boyd onto Mike Gregory. Bob Jackson onto Mike Gregory. Gregory now onto Roscoe. Roscoe driving forward. Good backing up there from Mark Roscoe. Warrington then 10 yards from the St Helens line. Paul Bishop goes himself from the play of the ball, trying to go over himself. Just caught by Arkwright. Roscoe out to Holden. There's space now. Boyd. Boyd still going. Cuts inside another. Throws the ball back. It's picked up by Dwayne. Dwayne knocks off one man. Just caught by Arkwright. 6 tackle then for Warrington. Bishop lines up a drop goal. It's there from Paul Bishop. And Paul Bishop once again maintains this long drop goal run. Paul Bishop there knocking over his 15th drop goal so far this season. And pulls the scores back to Warrington 13, St Helens 16. With little under a half an hour to go of the game. Well taken there by Mark Roberts, and he drives forward out of his own 25. Stopped by John Fieldhouse. Roscoe goes himself, cuts inside. Finally swung round by Fieldhouse. Holden sends it on to Bob Jackson. He's driving forward, makes a couple of yards before he's stopped. Roscoe once more. Holden, short one onto Humphreys. Humphreys drives in, still good driving run here from Humphreys. Roscoe onto Bishop, took it off his legs. Rapati looking for a gap once more. Just caught by Clark and Allen. 6 tackle then for Warrington. Brian Johnson sends it back to Bishop. Bishop kicks across field into space, forcing McCormack and Vivas to go back. Picked up by Kevin McCormack. He moves forward, but he's immediately tackled by Holden. Assisted by Mike Gregory, whose play has now become difficult to identify in the mud. The ball's dropped by Elio. Referee says it went backwards. Once again, another one of Mr. Alex' famous decisions here so far this afternoon. Brian Johnson then takes it safely. Johnson then moves forward, faced by Allen. He's brought down by Sean Allen on this near touch line. Kevin Meadows, short one onto Mike Gregory. Gregory drives forward, stopped by Platt and Fieldhouse. Roscoe. Bishop gets away from Platt, gives it on to Bob Jackson. And Mark Dwyer and Paul Bishop there had a little go, and the referee saw it. Paul Bishop, after he passed the ball to Bob Jackson, Mark Dwyer came in with the elbow in the back, which the referee saw, and the penalty goes to Warrington. So Paul Bishop to put for touch to set Warrington up on the attack. Left-footed, puts the ball safely in, makes no mistake. Warrington then just outside the St Helens 25 to launch another attack. Alec wants it in the right position. Kevin Meadows taps it himself and moves just inside the St Helens 25. Roscoe once more acting half-back. First receiver Bob Jackson once again driving into the St Helens defence. Roscoe to Humphreys. Humphries, he's caught by Platt. Mad dash, Holden, Dwayne though just couldn't get away from the tackle. Finally brought down by Platt. Tony Burke. Roscoe to Bishop. Nice pass on to Roberts. Roberts straightens up. Still Roberts. He's caught. Gets it away to Boyd. Boyd goes himself. 3 St Helens players then quickly on him. Goes on to Bishop. To Holden. Holden switches it back to Mike Gregory. 6th tackle then for Warrington. Bishop thinks about another drop goal and goes wide this time. So attack from the 25 for St Helens. Chris Arkwright. Fieldhouse thinks about passing, but Mike Gregory does a good job. Andy Platt, good tackle there, comes in from Tony Humphries, assisted by Mark Roberts. Goes back to Lachlan, kicks downfield, safely taken, Kevin Meadows, he moves in field. And Warrington back in possession, 10 yards inside the St Helens half of the field. Keith Holden goes from the play the ball, makes a couple of yards before he's stopped by Sean Allen. Meadows, he goes himself, makes a couple more yards before he's stopped. And the linesman's on. Saw something in the tackle from Tony Burke. And the referee says play go on. Bob Jackson, once again head down, driving well, makes it to the 25 of St Helens before he stops. Roscoe acting halfback, sends it on to Holden. Bishop brings in Boyd. 3 St Helens players were there to meet him. 6th tackle then for Warrington. Roscoe to Bishop. Little chip. Vivers takes it safely. St Helens back in possession, deep inside their own half. Dwyer trying to drive forward. Right to John Fieldhouse. He's well tackled. Game becoming a bit more tighter through the forwards at the moment. Burke, good tackle from Mike Gregory and Mark Roberts. They push Tony Burke back. Good tackling there from Roberts and Mike Gregory. Dwyer to Platt. Good tackle from Roscoe once more. 6th tackle then for St Helens. And they've lost ground over those 5. Warrington quickly move up. Lachlan is under pressure. Throws the ball. Finally has to be kicked out by Phil Vivers to relieve the pressure. Meadows takes it safely. And the ball's loose. And St Helens back in possession. Dennis Litherland. Right to Forbot. Good tackle from Paul Bishop, assisted by Roscoe. Clark to Platt. Platt driving forward. Took a good tackle from Bob Jackson to stop him. Clark, Fieldhouse. Long pass, dropped by forward, picked up by Meadows. Has he got the space now? Meadows is driving forward, will he get there? No, just caught by Vivers and he slid into touch. And that results in a scrum down. So Brett Clark puts the ball in, Warrington in possession, but the penalty goes to Warrington anyway. So 6 tackles, 10 yards from the St Helens line. Bishop puts the ball into the corner, so 6 tackles, a couple of yards from the St Helens line. Bishop will take it. It's a mad rush with Boyd going for the corner. He's held up by 3 St Helens players. Roskell to Bishop. Holden has to go himself. Still the rain comes down as Roskell plays it on right to Bishop. Bishop switches it back to Roberts. High tackle. Referee doesn't want to know. Leaves Roberts on the floor. So, halfway through the second half, 20 minutes to go of the game. It's Warrington 13, St Helens 16. And Mark Roberts at the moment receiving treatment after being the victim of a high tackle. Back to his feet, looking a bit groggy though as Roskell plays it to Holden. Holden going across field, brings in Dwayne. Dwayne though just caught. Reparty to Holden. Bishop swings one out. Well taken by Mike Gregory. Gregory's away. Will he get there? He has no Phoebus. Gets the ball to Drummond. Yes! Drummond in the corner. What play from Mike Gregory. And what a try from Des Drummond. He went past McCormack. If he wasn't there, he was well out of position. And Drummond scores his second try. Well, what a lovely break there from Mike Gregory. It was a poor pass. He skips it off the ball brilliantly. He skipped past one tackle. He was just caught by Vivers. McCormack came in, which gave Drummond the chance to go in at the corner. And Warrington back in the lead. Desi Drummond, his second of the afternoon. And he scores his 4th try in 8 games now for Warrington. That try though brilliantly made by Mike Gregory. And thanks to the defensive error of Kevin McCormack allowing the pass to go through to Drummond. A good try. So Bishop with a conversion attempt. He strikes it well. But the linesman and the referee say no. The crowd thought otherwise. But the score remains there, a point between it. Warrington 17, St Helens 16. Still the game, either way. As Des Drummond's try put Warrington back in the lead with 18 minutes to go of the match. Paul Loughlin restarts, it's a deep kick. Drummond there, takes it safely. Des Drummond then will move forward. Runs straight, drives forward. Once again, makes good ground. There's a short of his own 25 before he stops. Roskell. Bob Jackson driving well. Les Boyd driving forward. I think St Helens must only be 5 yards away at the moment. Referee not bothering to go back the full 10 yards. As it goes back to Paul Bishop. Bishop then kicks downfield. Phil Vivers takes it safely. Runs straight, and he runs straight into Bob Jackson and Mark Roberts. Sean Allen on to Chris Arkwright. Good tackle from Humphreys and Bishop. They push him back, assisted by Reparty. Dwyer on to Brett Clark. Clark to Burke. Good tackle from Roskell. Clark to Fieldhouse. Throws the ball out, well taken by Forber onto Elia. Elia throws the ball out. Great play there from Mike Gregory. Mark Elia there had space, but Mike Gregory came over, put into the floor. Mark Elia tried to pass it, but it was a hopeless cause, and it went out of play for a scrum down. And there's an injury there. It looks like Bob Jackson, who's limping. And it is Bob Jackson, shirt covered in mud. The referee and Les Boyd have a little word to each other. Les Boyd talking to Tony Barrow on the bench, which Kevin Howard doesn't like. I think after this I won't be surprised if St Helens get the free kick from the scrum. Well, only time will tell. And Bob Jackson back to his feet. Holden puts the ball in. And Warrington in possession. Holden, he gets away from Arkwright. Caught by Allen. Good sound debut at the moment, Keith Holden. Bishop brings in Rapati. Rapati gets past Allen. Still driving forward. He's still driving forward. Another good driving run from Joe Rapati. Knocked off two men before it's finally stopped. Roskell this time. Holden brings in Boyd. Ball tries to be pinched as Boyd still goes. Roskell, Holden, switched it to Mike Gregory. Gregory now with a new pair of shorts, drives in. Roskell this time, sends it on to Holden, to Bishop. Run around with Holden. He was caught though by Platt. Sixth tackle then for Warrington. Roskell to Bishop. Bishop kicks downfield. It's a good kick. Lidland though takes it safely. Dennis Lidland then goes across field. He's still going. Finally caught though by Tony Humphries. Allen goes himself. He's stopped on his own 25 and pushed back. On this near side, Forbot. Good tackle comes in again from Tony Humphries. He's got a point to prove after being sent off in the league game for no reason at all. Another good tackle from Roskell. And Paul Bishop. Bishop goes blindside, putting pressure on Lachlan. Good play there from Bishop, just caught him as the kick went. Drummond takes it safely now. The crowd are electric as Drummond moves in field. Still Drummond, jinking one way and the other. And the fist there straight in. Come, the referee surely must do something now, and he's done nothing. Des Drummond can't believe it, the ball's loose. Bishop dives for it, he's picked up by Humphries. Humphries is driving forward, throws the ball back now to Roskell. Roskell's driving forward, he's trying to get the ball away. He does, he's picked up and chased for the ball from Holden, he takes it safely. Waited then off the attack, midway side the 25. Mike Gregory goes himself, moves forward. Mike Gregory drives in 10 yards from the St Helens line. The crowd way behind Bishop. Boyd going for the corner, he's dropped. The ball's loose, he's kicked over the line. It's a try, but the referee won't let it count. Well, a mix-up there as there's a high tackle on Drummond. The ball went loose, it was going all over the place. It was finally picked up, which set by Tony Humphries. He's charged forward, Roskell had it. There's a chance in the corner, the ball was dropped. And the excitement stops for a moment for a scrum down. As substitutions now being made by both sides. Kevin Tamati will come on for Warrington and Brian Parks for St Helens. And Kevin Tamati will come on for Les Boyd. And Les Boyd once again getting a good round of applause from the Warrington fans. It looks like Kevin McCormack, it may be, who's going off for St Helens. So a scrum down, couple of yards from the St Helens line. Warrington leading 17-16, the ball goes in. Clark has it, quickly pounced upon by Holden. 10 minutes to go. Chris Arkwright, good tackle again from Holden and Humphries. Dummy there. And Warrington crowd think anxious that he was in touch. The linesman doesn't put his flag up, so St Helens with Arkwright sends it out to Burke. Good tackle again from Roskell. Tamati's in there and they push him back. Good play at the moment from Warrington. Trying to keep that 1 point advantage. Tamati there going hard in his first tackle of the game, which Burke didn't like. Tamati tries to go on the blind side, driving run. The ball's dropped. It's picked up now by Warrington. Jackson. Oh, just caught. But Warrington back in possession now. They're really putting pressure on the St Helens line. Tamati, it's out to Roberts. Roberts beats one, and he cuts inside. Roberts looks for the gap. Just couldn't get the ball away to Johnson, who's coming on his left-hand side. Roskell this time to Bishop. Bishop switches out right to Tamati. Tamati now, this space here for Humphries. Humphries just caught there by substitute Parks. Further play the ball. Jackson drives for the line. He's held up inches short. Tamati once more, he's trying to go over, he's pushed out. Trying to be pushing, he's on his back, he's still going, the ball's down, but referee won't let it count. And it's a scrum down. Clark puts the ball in, goes blindside, where he meets Mike Gregory and Des Drummond. First touch of the ball for Brian Parks, onto Chris Arkwright. Plenty of Warrington players there. Andy Platt moving forward. Once again, 3 Warrington players in the tackle. Difficult now to distinguish players as the coats in mud. The rain still comes down. Fieldhouse tries to chip through. It's a chase. Dwayne comes for it. Dives on it safely. Safe play there from Ronnie Dwayne. John Fieldhouse didn't like it. And a penalty's given against John Fieldhouse. Gives Warrington the penalty. Paul Bishop then to put for touch. Left footed, good kick from Paul Bishop. Sets Warrington up on the attack. Roskell midway inside the 25. It's on to Jackson. Jackson driving in, he's still going, stopped a couple of yards short of the St Helens line. Roskell. Humphreys driving into the line, he's just held over, he's there. The ball's loose. As St Helens in possession. They've got 5 tackles to get to the other end if they want to put a score on the board. Forbop driving out, and there's space now here for Elia. Elia's away, he's driving forward. Still Elia, but what a waste of time that was. He slips, but he gets it away to Litherland. Well, all this fuss about Elia, surely with a man of that class, he could have surely gone all the way. But here's Fieldhouse moving forward. Good tackle though coming in. Roskell to finish his shot off as Fieldhouse was trying to unload the ball. Bob Eccles is waiting on the line to come on. A kick comes in from Lachlan, but what a good kick that is from Lachlan. Another substitution being made by Warrington. Mark Roberts will come off and Bob Eccles will come on. Bob Eccles, who was the star of the 18 game on Friday when Warrington won 64-0. And no doubt Tony Brown will be hoping to recapture that form in the 5 or so minutes that remain. So an important scrum just inside the Warrington 25. Mark Roskell having trouble getting into the scrum. Holden puts the ball in, comes away and he's found the gap, he's charging forward. Fist comes in from Arkwright, but good play there from Holden, bringing the ball away from the base of the scrum. Mike Gregory then trying to make a few more yards. Knees there, the referee saw it, he just doesn't bother. And the referee telling Mike Gregory to come up, but it was obvious that Arkwright went in with the knees. First touch for Bob Eccles, he strides forward over that far side, he beats 2 men. Great driving run for the first touch for Bob Eccles. Good driving run, should be 6 more tackles there. It's on to Tamati, he drives in. He stopped on the halfway line. Holden to Bishop, Bishop kicks downfield, forcing Litherland to go back. The ball will just stick in the mud and Litherland will pick it up. Dennis Litherland then. He runs into Dwayne and Meadows. Still, this game could go anyway. It's Warrington 17, St Helens 16. And St Helens in possession. But Sean Allen can't make much ground. He's stopped by Mark Roskell and Bob Eccles. It goes left with Clark. Clark onto Fieldhouse. Fieldhouse throws one out to Elia. Elia now. Space over on that far side. Good tackle, Des Drummond. Brian Parks there just didn't have the speed or the skill to get past Drummond. So another scrum down, Holden puts the ball in and won't, well, that's a surprise. Holden penalised for feeding. And the linesman, there's a nice chap, kicks the ball back to St Helens. He doesn't want to see St Helens waste time. So Lachlan, he puts the ball safely into touch to set St Helens up on the attack. It's Tony Burke who drives in. So St Helens then to launch an attack. John Fieldhouse going across field, he's still going. Good tackle from Mike Gregory, but St Helens now to launch an attack. Dwyer onto Arkwright driving forward, he's still going. Good job done by Mark Roskell to keep him, who's then helped by Joe Rapati. Elliott sends it back to Vevers, he juggles with it. Paul Bishop quickly up, still Vevers sends it out this space now here for Forber. Lachlan, good play from Meadows to come inside to stop him, assisted by Tamati. Still St Helens on the attack, midway inside the 25. Dwyer's acting halfback, he sends it left with Platt. Platt gives a dummy, tries to go himself. Good tackle again from Mark Roskell. Sixth tackle then, will we see a drop goal attempt? Yes they do, and it's through from Dwyer. And it's 17-all with 4 minutes to go. A drop goal from Bernard Dwyer. It's Warrington 17, St Helens 17, and 4 minutes to go. No doubt both teams will work towards a drop goal chance. Paul Bishop now to restart. Kicks it into space. Picked up by Elia, and Elia will move forward. Good tackle again from Mark Roskell. Dwyer goes himself, runs into Eccles, and Eccles brings him down short of the 25-yard line. Andy Platt this time, he goes himself, moves forward. Once again Roskell's there with Tamati and Eccles. Dwyer sends it on to Arkwright, moving forward now. Chris Arkwright, the ball's loose, Dwayne was obstructed surely. The referee gives 6 more tackles. Dwyer has to go himself. Sean Allen moves forward. Good tackle from Roskell and Tamati. So St Helens on the halfway line. It's 17-all. John Fieldhouse has it to Clark. Misses out Burt, brings in Forber. He can't take it, Bishop has it. Warrington then with 5 more tackles. He goes on to Bob Jackson. Jackson driving down the centre of the field. He's still going. 4 tackles. Surely Warrington now must work towards a drop goal attempt. Roskell, it's on to Tamati. He drives forward. Roskell acting halfback. He sends it on to Holden. Holden gives a sidestep, still going. Fees Johnson. Johnson kicks ahead, he takes it nicely. Good play from Johnson. 6 more tackles now for Warrington. 5 yards inside the 25. Holden sends it right with Mike Gregory. Gregory drives forward, knocks off one man, gets the ball away. He's juggled out to Drummond. Drummond cuts inside. He stops and she's short. Right on the St Helens line. Des Drummond was stopped. He moves back to get more ground and play it. It's quickly out. Bob Jackson trying to drive forward. Time's running out now, a couple of minutes. It's on to Eccles. He tries to drive forward. He's still going. He's trying to drive his way over. He's stopped by 2 St Helens players over the line. Roskell looking for a gap himself. 6th tackle then for Warrington. Bishop waits for a drop goal. Eccles trying to drive his way over. He's still going. He's over the line. Surely, how can he be on his back? Well, Bishop was waiting for a drop goal attempt, perhaps. With a couple of minutes to go. And with the scores at 17-all, Eccles trying to drive his way over, but a scrum down, the ball goes in. Went in the second row, but Elia's now got space. Elia. Good tackle from Roy Dwayne, the ball goes loose. Meadows dives on it. Warrington in possession, but it's into touch. So once again, another important scrum. Seconds ticking by. Not many people are moving from Wilderspool at the moment. It's 17 all, a real derby match. Holden prepares to put the ball in. Referee not happy. Holden prepares. Why don't the referee penalise somebody if he's going to do it? Holden puts the ball in. Warrington in possession. Mike Gregory comes up with it. Surely Warrington now must work towards a drop goal position. Holden onto Rapati. Bishop, he quickly tries to drop goal, but it's along the line floor, and Vivas has it. And St Helens have 5 more tackles to see if they can get towards further down the Warrington half of the field. Closing seconds of the game. The idea was right from Paul Bishop, but the result was wrong. Still this time for another score from either side, even though the seconds now just ticking by. Under a minute to go. Dwyer, this space now on that far side for St Helens. Fieldhouse, he was well caught though when there was space. He had 3 to his left. Brett Clark this time to arc right. He tries to chip through and he's got space. Dwayne's charging back for it with Johnson. They leave it to each other. There's hesitation. The ball's loose. Arkwright dives on it. Surely he was offside. But there's no more time. There's the final hooter. We're all level. The honours are even. The players stand bemused. After all that effort, there's 1 point each from either side. The shaking hands after all that aggression from both sides. There's chances galore, but it's a point each, a point shared. A real entertaining match by 2 of the top teams in the Stones Bitter Championship, and they provided tremendous entertainment for the crowd this afternoon. Just to run through the scorers: Warrington 2 tries from Des Drummond, a try from Joe Rapati, 2 goals from Paul Bishop and a drop goal. St Helens tries from Vivas, Eliot, 4 goals from Lachlan and a drop goal from Dwyer. So the honours even here at Wilderspool. The final score: Warrington 17, St Helens 17.